Miadiranakom, mi baru halakom, mi gadon halakom. Oh, yevare echatan, miakala. Grant your blessings to the bride and groom, surrounded by loved ones whose joy and prayers are with you here to stand under this profile, symbol of the Jewish home. May your home be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and of love. We are each of us born into this world, and each one of us is individually formed by our families. They are a part of who we are, both physically and emotionally, by blood and by values, and they have influenced how we first experience the world. At joyous occasions such as this, we remember those who have passed on with great fondness, for in their presence our lives were enriched. Today we would like to remember Michael's grandfathers, Ilya and Grisha, and Daniela's grandmother, Larissa. In their memory, donations have been made to the American Cancer Society and the American Heart Association. I would remind you that marriage is the bond that ties two loving hearts together. Love does not consist of two people gazing fondly into each other's eyes, but really in looking outward together in the same direction. Husband and wife, like two musicians, playing different notes on different instruments, should be able to create harmony as the tones of the one blend with those of the other. It's not to think alike, but to think together. As Michael and Daniela say their vows, I want to tell you that these words came from a letter that they wrote to each other when they were 17. Do you, Michael and Daniela, take one another?
I do.
I do.
I, Michael, take Daniela to be my wife.
I, Michael, take Daniela to be my wife.
I fell in love with you.
I fell in love with you. I am in love with you. And I will always love you.
I, Daniela, take you, Michael, to be my husband.
I, Daniela, take you, Michael, to be my husband. I fell in love with you. I am in love with you. And I will always love you.
And you said that when you were 17. Talk about foresight. Can I have the rings, please? These rings and their unbroken wholeness are tokens of the continuity of your love. May their shining substance be a symbol of the enduring trust and affection that you bring to one another. Michael and Daniela, you will speak the words and exchange the rings that will make you husband and wife. Michael, as you place this ring on the finger of the one that you love, recite the words that will formally unite you in marriage. Hare.
Hooray.
At. Mikudesh.
Mikudesh.
Li.
We.
Etabaat.
Betaba'at.
Zo.
Zo.
Kedat Moshe.
Gat Moshe.
The Israel.
Israel.
With this ring,
With this ring.
you are consecrated to me
You're consecrated to me
as my wife,
as my wife,
according to the laws of Moses
according to the laws of Moses
and the faith of Israel.
and the faith of Israel.
Daniela, you take this ring. Place it upon the finger of the one that you love. recite the words that will formally unite you in marriage. Hare,
Hooray.
Ata,
Atah.
Mikudash,
Mikdash.
Li,
Li.
Betaba'at,
Betaba'at.
Zo,
Zo.
Kedat Moshe,
Betab Moshe.
V'Yisrael.
Israel.
With this ring,
With this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my husband,
as my husband,
according to the laws of Moses
according to the laws of Moses
and the faith of Israel.
and the faith of Israel.
Truly an honor. It's truly a privilege. It's something that I never take for granted. And I know that I speak for those who are here when I say that we are very happy that the two of you have found each other, that you love each other, and that you've decided to relate that loving to living together in marriage. In the Jewish tradition, there are a couple of words that describe this ceremony. One of them is kiddushin, which means sanctify the holy. That indeed this chuppah in which you stand symbolizes God's presence. But not only God's presence, it also symbolizes our hope and prayer that the two of you will continue to be comforted, sheltered, and protected. Not only by God's love, but by the love that you share for one another. The other word that describes this ceremony is nisuin. And nisuin has a couple of different meanings to it. For one, it means to carry or to uplift. As the two of you go through life together, you will continue to carry and to uplift one another. In addition to life's joys, which we know that there will be many, we also know that there will be times of difficulty, frustration, discouragement. These happen to everybody. And it is those times, even more so than the joys, that the two of you will need to rely on each other to carry and to uplift one another. Nisuin also means to support. And I think of it metaphorically, not the way that four walls might support a ceiling, but kind of like two parallel columns, each standing apart yet standing together, just as the two of you are standing apart but standing together. Michael and Danielle, it's my belief that in a good marriage, two people do not become one. What you become is 2+. Each one of you strengthened and enhanced as an individual by the love and warmth that you share for one another. Today is the beginning of a relationship that you will carry with you throughout all the days and years ahead. And quoting from the Song of Songs, many waters cannot quench your love, no flood should ever sweep it away. This cup of wine is symbolic of the cup of life. As you share the one cup of wine, you undertake to share all that the future may bring. All the sweetness life's cup may hold for you should be the sweeter because you drink them together. Whatever drops of bitterness may tend to be less bitter because you share them. As I recite the blessings over the wine, we pray that God will bestow fullness of joy upon you. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shekol harav likvodo. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yasar et adam b'tzalmo, b'tzel demutav b'ko, mitinho minyan aliyah. Baruch Adonai, yotzer ha'adam. So hasis v'nagel ha'kara, b'kibuz v'nachadutcha v'tzimcha. Baruch Adonai, mesamech Zion b'baneha. Sameach, mesamach re'ima u'pihim, mesamech echad yitzirecha, began eden mikere. Baruch Adonai, mesamech echad v'chalam. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher barasas besimcha, kapan mepana, ilarina sapeva avada faccio mereu meram Elohim ich habe mereuta und sport Jerusalem voll Sasson mit voll Simeta voll Katan mit